is my Aunt Bonnie and her dog Charlie, and this is our big time talk show. Who's on the show today, Aunt Bonnie?
David Duchovny. And from the film Death at a Funeral, Regina Hall.
Aunt Bonnie, hair check. Come on, Charlie.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Bonnie.
Thank you, everybody. Wow. Rocking and rolling. Oh, nice. Thanks, everybody. Oh, the band is here. Hi, guys.
Hey, Bonnie.
Oh, Johnny Friday. Hi, Johnny. Good to see you, Rafe, Steve, Bob. Hi, boys. How's it going?
Very well, thank you.
Our buddy David Duchovny is here today. We love Dave. Yep. Funny and smart and cute. Good guy.
Very good guy.
Oh, gosh, that reminds me. When we were working together years ago, I was flying someplace at like 6 o'clock in the morning on a 6 o'clock a.m. flight. And I had to go to the airport. You know, the guy picks you up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, so the studio sends a driver. And they say he's going to be out front. And my mom always says, don't go anywhere without a little lipstick. And I told you guys before, she could do her whole face with one tube of lipstick. You know, because that's all she used to have. So it's like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I think, I got all my luggage outside, I'm ready to go, and the doorbell rings, and I say, just a minute, you know, and I think he hears me. And I run in the bathroom, and I take my lipstick, and, you know, this is what I always do. If I'm in a hurry and I'm not going to do a bunch of makeup, because you don't every single day, especially not at 5 in the morning, I put the lipstick on, and then I put the red dots here, you know, to rub in and give myself some color. Well, as I do that, he rings the bell again, and I thought, oh, my gosh, and I forget. I completely forget. And I don't rub it in. So I grab my keys, I go to the door, I said, sorry, sir, I thought you heard me. He says, no, we're out front. I said, I'm ready to go. And we get in the car, and we're driving there, and the whole way there, this is in the rearview mirror, I'm saying this. So, what is it you exactly do there, Miss Hunt, in the movie business? I said, oh, I'm an actress. Hired for all kinds of parts, you know. And I keep noticing, he keeps looking at me. I'm like, what is the deal with this guy? Figure out where you know me from or something, you know. I've named every credit. He's listening to me. I get out of the car. He says nothing to me, because I have no idea that he's basically looking at Raggedy Ann in the rearview mirror. I get out of the car, I go right to the ticket thing and, you know, check in, and there's a woman behind me in the line. She goes, are you Bonnie Hunt? I recognize that voice. And I turn around, yes. She says, well, we're from Chicago, and this is our first time here in California. I said, whatever you do, be careful of the sun, because it can do this is true. Crazy things to your skin. She goes, oh. So now I'm talking to people. Hey, how's it going? They're like, hi, bud. You know, feeling real good about myself. 5:30 in the morning, I get to the VIP red carpet lounge to meet my publicist and my makeup girl who are flying with me on this promotional tour for the movie. So I go in and sit down, and they go, hey, Bonnie, how's it? Huh? I said, hi, you guys. How's it going? And Heidi says to me, Bonnie, have you had a procedure done? I said, no, why? And Joanne, my makeup girl, says, I'm good, but I don't know if I can fix that. I said, and the minute she said it, I went, you know, in your head, back to the moment of not rubbing it in, and I thought of every single person I spoke to as the Raggedy Ann doll. Yes, I know, it was awful. So we just relived that story. But see, girls, how lovely it works?
Fix, huh?
Yeah. So I remember I went to New York that day, and I went on Letterman. I told this story, and I said, I just want to tell everybody in the airport that saw me, I haven't lost my mind.
Oh.
I'm walking around on the gorge. Yep. Well, wait, I do have to say hi. I'm very excited because my brother Tommy and his wife Andy are here. My brother Tommy's first trip in like 10 years. wanted with David Duchovny in Return to Me, the movie that Don and I wrote, right? And Tommy was one of the construction workers in all the scenes with David.
That's right.
Then he decides finally to come out to see the show.
And David
happens to be here.
Yeah. Wow.
Pretty great. Yep.
We called each other.
Yeah, you did? Yeah. Well, that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Happy to be here, Bon.
And Andy, you had an affair with David at the time.
I did.
And Tom,
Great to
you were
see him
so
again.
accepting.
Perfect.
That's why I'm here. I want to talk to him.
This is going to get uncomfortable. All right. Oh, speaking of great families, though, later in the show, because I, of course, worship my brother and his family, but later in the show, we're going to raffle off a house and a brand new Mercedes for all the people that bought tickets on newlungsforchuck.com. Chuck Campbell was a member of our audience one day, and we just got to meet him by fate. And he was here with his 4 beautiful children and his lovely wife, Vicki. And he's 45 years old, in desperate need of a double lung transplant. And even though he had great insurance, he didn't have the right qualifications to even get on the list to qualify for a transplant, and he needed to raise the funds to prove that he could provide the aftercare if he indeed were the recipient of the lungs. And through the website, all of our viewers and Chuck's friends, and we'll tell you the whole story when he comes out, but we're going to be able to get him on the list hopefully now. So we're going to draw the raffle ticket. Such a nice family. And we'll be right back with the very talented David Duchovny, so stay tuned.
Coming up, David Duchovny seizes the moment.
This might be the right time to ask for a job, then? Is that right?
David, in a minute,
Okay.
would I ever work with you again? Absolutely
Okay.
not. We all know our first guest from The X-Files and his current series, Californication. His new movie, The Joneses, opens today. Please welcome back to our show our buddy, David Duchovny. How are you?
Let me just say,
What?
your makeup looks really good. What?
Did it by
I get it.
Mattel.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that when you started to tell that story and you segued off of me to tell that story, and
Yeah,
I
'cause
I thought somehow I was going to show up in that story, and I'm
Oh.
sitting there going, I don't remember a damn thing.
No, it was during the publicity of the film that we worked on
Well, I
together.
knew it made sense to you.
Oh, I know. I have a
But I was
habit
like,
of...
I never saw Bonnie. Well, I have seen Bonnie like that, but not in the airport.
How's it going? Where have you been? Are you in New York all the time now?
Well, we live in New York, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just here to start shooting the show.
Yeah, you do the show here
Yeah,
now.
yeah. So for 3 or 4 months, I'm here, going back and forth, and then the kids come here in June when they're out of school. They have to be educated.
I really don't know how necessary that is.
Well,
Oh, please,
not
Mr.
very.
Smart, Brainiac.
Can I talk to Don?
Oh.
I don't have anything for you today.
I know, I was
usually
hoping.
I usually come with clothes for Don, but all I have is what I'm wearing, so you're out of luck.
Huh? It's a nice shirt.
Oh.
You think you can wear this?
Well, you know Don. You know what they say about Don.
He can wear
He can wear
anything.
Boy, took us a long time to get to a private joke,
Wow,
didn't it? You're worried about my story being inside. Look who's talking.
I can leave anytime. Okay. What did you want to talk about?
So tell me, don't the kids miss you when you're here doing the show?
They do.
Well, what do
And
you
I
do?
miss
West
them.
is 10 years old now, David.
Well, she's going to be 11 next week. She's going to be 11.
Wow.
And you remember her from in the Papoose.
Yeah.
Yeah, so actually, Tay, as a surprise gift, is going to fly them to see me next weekend. So that's going to be nice. And at least it was a surprise. No, she knows about it. She knows about it because we had to cancel a birthday party, and there was so much heartache over the cancellation. She thought it was a cancellation. She didn't know she was coming.
Oh, yeah, you got it. Then
That
you have to spill
we
the
just had
beans.
to tell
Yeah.
her because she was miserable about it.
Did you have birthday parties when you were a kid? We really didn't have big parties.
No, I didn't have any parties.
Well, why is that? Why do we make such a big deal out of them now for kids?
Well, parents are just way too involved in kids' lives now. You know, they go to.
You know what? That makes some common sense to me. I get
true.
it. Yeah.
It's true. I mean, my son, when he was 3 years old, he was in T-ball, And there were 40 parents watching these kids miss a T-ball. I had to beg my father to come to the Little League Championship game, right? So by the time these kids are 5, their parents have seen them in 700 sporting events. And it's too much pressure. They see the 3-year-old with the T-ball like, Daddy.
It is.
It's too much.
You should just go for an activity. And now it's like performance level.
Right.
Because
you're getting filmed, and then everybody's got the cameras.
Yeah,
and
everything's captured.
Yeah.
That's really.
Thank goodness everything I did is disappeared into a black hole, some kind of black hole.
I always think that.
Yeah.
Okay, more with David. We'll be right back.
Next, Bonnie asks David the million-dollar question.
I give you credit for going on, and I didn't. They asked me, and I was afraid.
It's nerve-wracking.
Yeah,
but you know they offer $1 million for your charity if you go all the way, if you win. $1 million.
I'll go all the way for charity.
That's actually your neighbor?
Yeah, that's Ellie. She lives across the street.
I almost
She makes me
decapitated her with a Don Lake button.
When Ellie takes me on a hike at Temescal Canyon and I go, I can't go anymore, she literally gets behind me and pushes me up the hill. By my hip. She puts her hands on my hips and she goes, keep going, Bonnie. Go on, keep going. Look at her.
She's the best. She never gives up.
Okay, well, with you pushing her, it's actually.
No, I mean, she just.
Yeah.
I always tell her, get in front of me. You're my goal weight. I need to see where I'm headed. We were talking about Return to Me and working with you, and my brother is here, which is big. What?
Well, I just want to. This is shameless, but what everybody I know. Bonnie's leaving the show here, but she's going to go back to writing and directing and acting, which she is so gifted at, and I want you all to follow her there. She's just she's truly a unique voice in American comedy, and she really needs to be out there. So, can I? This might be the right time to ask for a job, then? Is that right?
David, in a minute,
okay.
Would I ever work with you again? Absolutely not. No, I did have a. That's why I couldn't wait for you to be here today, because you know, Don and I working with you on television and in film. Yeah. You're like the dream actor to any director, because it didn't matter what we threw at you. You were able to be funny or heartfelt and sincere, and you know the best is yet to come for you.
You're the dream creator of writing.
Is this so nice? We're like
it's like Sammy Davis
and Jerry Lewis and Sammy Davis.
Yeah.
This guy right here. There's nobody who's done more for science than this guy.
Oh, I saw. I want to forget what I want to ask you.
What?
You did this movie, The Joneses.
Yeah.
Now, this is a movie, very intriguing premise about a family that's created as an integration, a product integration about different.
Well, we're kind of cast as a family to be plunked down in a neighborhood, any neighborhood, and to start to consume conspicuously, buy the cars, the clothes, the golf clubs, everything.
But people think you're a real family.
They think we're a real family, and we're so perfect that they start to want what we have. They want our cars, they want our clothes. And that's actually our job. We're like these stealth marketing cells that the supposition is that we're all through the country and all through the world. So we are the Joneses, as in keeping up with the Joneses.
Where did that come from, that idea? Because it's a...
I know, I was really angry when I read it, because I was like, I wish I'd had that idea. Right, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, and then, okay, I'll be in it.
So
but I wish I'd had it.
I want to talk about Jeopardy in a minute, but let's see a clip from the Joneses where you're talking to your fake son.
Yes, I'm talking to my fake son, but also to set this up, Gary Cole, who's in the film, is fantastic. Yeah. He is my next door neighbor, and he's trying to keep up with me. He's bought a new car, he's bought new clothes, and in this scene, I've just gotten a newer car, and he comes in with his new car. I hope that's the clip, in fact.
Okay. Here's David Duchovny and the Joneses.
You know, if you want to talk about something, anything, you know, you can always just, you know, talk to your fake mother. They can talk to me.
This whole act, it gets to me.
Who's acting? I love this car.
It's not what I meant.
Just think of it this way. What we're doing is we're making a match between great products and the people that want them.
Well, I screwed that up a little bit. Gary Cole's just about to come.
I know. I was like, when you were talking about very cool. I said, I don't remember him in the clip that I saw.
I know.
I saw him in a different.
Yeah. He's subtle.
Gotta say one thing. He's subtle. You were on Final Jeopardy. You were on Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Celebrity Jeopardy. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, should I ask the question?
Also known as dumbed down Jeopardy, right?
Well, yes, because I give you credit for going on it. I didn't. They asked me and I was afraid.
It's nerve-wracking.
Yeah,
but you know they offer $1 million for your charity if you go all the way, if you win. $1 million.
I'll go all the way for charity. I just went to Jeopardy. You were way ahead of me, weren't you? Before I even got that out.
I was just hoping. I was praying.
Okay, so should I ask the question?
Well, I already know the answer.
I know that. I'm not going to ask you. Or should we just show the clip?
Just show the clip.
Okay,
and
let's just show the clip.
They'll know if they would have gotten it right or not.
Okay, here's David. His intelligence.
Let me just set it up. I'm a vegetarian, or at least
His intelligence.
That's a clue.
What? You do?
Oh, you do?
You need the question for the clip?
Okay, we also need to say that I'm in the lead at this point.
Oh, yes, he's in the lead with the most
I'm in
bucks.
the lead.
Okay, here's the Final Jeopardy question.
Far in the lead at this point.
When he passed away in December of 1980, flags in Kentucky flew at half staff for 14 days.
You wrote down, who was Colonel Sanders? You are correct. And your wager? Good for you. You double your score to $20,000. You're in the lead. Go to Charles Shaughnessy now. Do we find Colonel Sanders there? We do. And your wager? $10,000. That puts you in the lead with $20,800 as we come to David. He struggled with this, I fear, and he wrote down who was Jim Beam. You're my kind of guy, David, but it's going to cost you how much? Oh. $11,800, and that means that Charles Shaughnessy, congratulations.
No!
Oh, you hadn't seen it?
Yes, I just love it.
Well, let me just say that I didn't just do it for a joke.
Well, no, you wouldn't give up your...
No, I wouldn't give up the money, but there were 5 seconds to go, and I was locked out. You know, I don't know if you've ever played Jeopardy in your mind, but at some point, you know you're not going to get it. It's just your brain is just like...
I think you should get more money for coming up with a good punchline.
I thought so, too.
Yes.
And I thought it was between Jack Daniels and Jim Beam, and I didn't know.
Who is Jim Beam? We watched it in the morning meeting. You had us laughing really hard in there.
I would have laughed.
I mean, the guy's on Jeopardy. It's for $1 million. Now I'll go with the one-liner.
Yeah, we'll see what his priorities are.
No, you just were blank, so at least you...
And Trebek actually gave me a little look, like, respect.
Okay, so the Joneses opens
tomorrow.
Nationwide.
Tomorrow, yeah. Tomorrow, yes.
Mm-hmm. That's a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really clever, aside from the premise, which is very clever, the film itself turned into a kind of a dark comedy, satire, but also love story in the middle of it. I think you'll enjoy it.
And what about Californication? This is fourth
year. We start shooting on Monday, so I'll get back to that.
Good for you, David. Thanks, honey, so much for being here.
Bonnie, I fear that this may be the last time that I'll be on here, but I hope not. I hope I come back before you finich up.
Yeah.
It's getting sad now.
It is.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
But you know,
you can go back to the Jim Beam.
I'm gonna be right back.
Ahead, Bonnie has Regina Hall's number.
Is your phone number on the tag? Regina, I know. What a cheap way to get some dates. We'll blur that out.
You gotta do what you can. You gotta do what you can.
I'm gonna get one of those collars for myself. Welcome back, folks. We know our next guest from TV shows like Ally McBeal and New York Undercover and the Scary Movie series. Her new film, Death at a Funeral, premieres tonight. Please welcome the very talented Regina Hall. Oh, my mom.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's sweetheart.
Heaven.
Thank you. That's a nice compliment. Are you close with your mom?
I am. My mother is here.
Oh, mom's here?
Somewhere.
Where? Oh, hi. Is she with friends?
That's my Aunt Betty.
Oh, your Aunt Betty is here?
They're
You
both
must
here.
be so proud of Regina. She does fine work, doesn't she?
She does. She's very great. I'm really proud of her.
Oh,
Yes,
God,
we
that
are
sounds
proud
so
of her. The
beautiful.
whole family.
Yeah, I know. No wonder you understand my mom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
It's pretty special, isn't it?
It is. There's nothing.
Now, they were telling me, this is what I'm excited to talk to you about. Now, I don't know if your mom's staying with you or not, but the other night I told the audience that my dog kept getting up during the middle of the night and barking in different rooms. And it really scared me because I came into work the next day and people were like, you have a ghost.
Oh yeah. No, I don't have a ghost in my present home. I had a ghost in my last apartment.
Well, that's what they told me, and because I thought, no, there's no.
No. He used to take my cleaning supplies. Well, you know what? I didn't know this at the time, but I lived in Sal Minio's old apartment.
Oh, my God.
And Sal Minio, I don't know if you all know this, he was, killed, actually, in the parking space. And I moved there, and I was like, I know I had Windex. He had a sense of humor.
Come on, Regina.
No, he took a mop. I don't know if he was looking for clues. I don't know if he was just a clean freak. He took all my cleaning supplies. And so one day I was talking to a neighbor, and he said, we have a ghost in the complex.
Well, were you scared? I mean, if you really believe
They said he was friendly. Well, who They said he was friendly. Like the people in they said he would move from the front of the building to the back, and apparently he was back in mine. They said, don't worry, he's very friendly. I was there for 3 years.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
It's like a relationship.
Yeah. One of my longest, unfortunately.
Nice. Very nice. Did you always know you wanted to be an actress?
I'm from Washington. My father, he's deceased, but he was an electrician. My mom was a teacher, so it didn't seem feasible.
I can relate to that. Yeah, my dad was an electrician.
Yes.
I grew up in a blue-collar family.
Yes, so it didn't seem feasible. I moved to New York.
How old were you then? Just a kid?
I'm 19 now. No, I was... Who is it? No, who is it? I was in college. I went to Fordham in New York.
Okay.
And then I went to NYU, and then I was in grad school, and my father suddenly had a stroke. And I don't know, I think I just thought, let me go for it. Life is, you don't know, you never know. And at that point in New York City, I was in the perfect place to try it.
It really changes your life, doesn't it, when you lose a parent at a young age?
It does.
And as sad as it is, there's the gift of the lesson of, I don't know how much time I have, and you want to invest and do things that, are of a positive energy and that you really love to do.
Yeah, no, it's true. Oh, just so you know this too, a woman, my neighbor who believes in ghosts, one day I'm sitting at her house and she goes, oh, your dad just patted your head. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness, this is an aside.
Is he here?
No. No, but this is an amazing story. She said to me, I swear, she said your dad just touched your hair and she started coughing. This is the truth. And I said, what's going on? And she said, your dad. She said, how did he die? And I said, he had a stroke. And she goes, something with his throat. I promise you. And I go, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, this is so odd. And my father had a stroke in the hospital. They had to take a tube immediately and stick it in his throat.
Yes.
So I believe that he was there, too.
Oh, I believe he's always with you.
Always with you.
Yes.
Him and Sal Minio.
Yeah, that's nice. I know that feeling, and I think that your father, I know that he is enjoying your success and so proud of you, and you do, in a way, always think you're living your life in honor of them.
Yeah.
It's always a part of us. And you're a dog lover like I am as well.
Yes, I consider myself a parent. I have a dog.
Zeus?
His name is Zeus. His dad's name was Titan, so I named him Zeus.
You know his dad?
I do, and I know his dad and his mom. I had a family reunion with his... That's Zeus.
Wow. So he's not homeschooled. You actually sent him...
I sent him to school. Yeah, I was so proud. Look.
Oh, he's really cute. He's really cute.
Yeah, he got his little cap and gown that day.
Is your phone number on the tag? Regina.
I know.
What a cheap way to get some dates. We'll blur that out.
You gotta do what you can. You gotta do what you can.
I'm gonna get one of those collars for myself. please call. So I want to set up the clip from Death at a Funeral.
Yes.
So what are we going to see now? This is a clip of...
This is, the funeral is going on, and I'm trying to set everything up, and I'm talking to my husband, who we're trying to plan a family, and this is in the midst of all the chaos that's about to go on all day.
All right, here we go. Regina Hall and Death at a Funeral.
I'm trying to help here. Please, honey, I really want to make this baby thing happen, so come on, we've got 5 minutes.
Hey.
What?
Don't stare. There's a guy down there. Don't. In a black leather jacket. Keeps checking me out.
All right, okay, I see him. What?
Don't stare.
Staring.
Recognize him?
No, but, I mean, he must be a friend of your father's. Now I gotta go and check the food.
You guys are cute together.
He's so fun.
Oh, my gosh. He's
Such a nice, humble guy.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, you know, you can just listen to him rant and just laugh till you're sick.
Yeah, no, and you know what? He's a really good dad. He loves his little girls so much.
Yeah, well,
really
that's
good
important.
family guy. It is. It's nice. Someone's got a family.
We have our dogs, Regina.
I know.
We gotta look at the bright side.
It's true. There's nothing like a Zeus.
Nothing. Forget it. If there's anybody who likes musicals, maybe they understood where I was going with that. So Death at a Funeral opens, and it's tonight in theaters.
Tonight,
yeah.
yeah.
Very exciting.
Yes.
Good luck to you. So nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Really joyful.
Thank you.
Nice job. We'll be right back.
Next, an update on your extraordinary efforts to help our friend Chuck Campbell.
When I looked in your eyes in the audience and you started to tell your story, being 45 years old, in need of a double lung transplant, and to see your whole family, I think anybody would have the same response that we did here, and certainly that's what happened.
Last Tuesday.
Hey, folks, welcome back. I'm here with my friends Vicki and Chuck Campbell and their friends Robin and Chris Hagel. I want to give you a little background on the story. We're about to draw a raffle ticket that you, our viewers, have been so wonderful and generous to participate in newlungsforchuck.com. Chuck, you and I met when you were here one day in the audience with your 4 beautiful children and your wife, Vicki.
We did, about a month ago. And you pulled it off, that's for sure. This was it was a great thing that you did, and I want to thank you very, very much.
Oh, well, I certainly wasn't alone. You know, Chuck, I mean, you're just somebody that I feel could be my family member. And when I looked in your eyes in the audience and you started to tell your story, being 45 years old, in need of a double lung transplant, and to see your whole family, I think anybody would have the same response that we did here, and certainly that's what happened, because your friends, right, Vicki, Chris, and Robin, had started this website. How did it all come about?
From the beginning? Well, Chuck and Vicki and their family were putting on fundraisers trying to raise this money, which was substantial. And I had done a raffle in '06 for Toys for Tots. And that was the only real way that we knew how to raise this kind of money that fast.
Right.
So we applied for the gaming license and built the website and came up with the prize and so on and so on. And then came the hard work of getting the publicity needed to get people to know Chuck's story and buy raffle tickets, which led us to you.
Yeah, and here you. How have you been feeling since you were here, Chuck? How's
Fantastic.
Are you?
Yeah, I mean, this whole thing it's lifted my spirits. It's made me feel, I mean, I can't help but just be so thankful for everything that's happened over the last year, and definitely over the last month. I mean, we didn't know if it was going to ever work out, but with everything that you've done and everything that your audience has done and everything that this whole country has done, it looks like it's worked out, and it looks like I'm going to go ahead and be able to get the transplant and hopefully within the next year this will all be over with.
Yeah. I told you today when we were speaking earlier, I just said this has just made this whole journey so beyond anything I could have expected it being worthwhile.
All of us feel that way. It was, and we almost gave up on this whole thing. When we came out here a month ago, we came out here with the intention of going to some shows and getting some publicity. And we went to a couple of shows, and it didn't quite work out that way. And we left one of them, and my kids were crying, and we were crying, and Chris was upset. We were all upset, and we had one more shot, and we almost didn't come here. It was luckily my wife and Robin made sure that Chris and I, after we got done moaning and groaning a little bit, they were better, cooler heads prevailed, and we came to your show hoping that it would happen, and it happened. Thank you very, very much.
Vicki, how do you do it as a caregiver and someone who, I'm sure there's times where you just feel hopeless and helpless. There's got to be those moments, and there's so many people at home that might have a spouse or a loved one that they feel like it's just overwhelming, and what can I do? How did you deal with this and with the kids going through the emotional journey that they've had to go through?
It is overwhelming, the whole experience, and we were just talking about that again today. You have to let go of all of those negative things and just concentrate on the positive and all the good things, and that Chuck has another day here with us, and that we have friends and people like Chris and Robin. Chris and Robin have given up so much of their life and their family life for us, to make this happen, for us. And you have to hold on to all those good things, and concentrate on all those positive things to carry you through the next day.
Yeah, you said to me when I first met you that the biggest gift of this experience is discovering the kindness and the goodness in people that we forget about so often, and it's really prevalent. I know Robin wrote to me on Facebook. That's how this first came to my attention. She's like, look at my friend, and this is what's happening in his life. He's 45, and he can't get on the list for the transplant, and it's it is friends like that that take the time. Why not make them make the effort and try to change someone's hope is the biggest gift.
Yes, absolutely.
There are people out here in the audience right now that I met on Facebook that have been following me and helping me along and just promote. It's amazing how perfect strangers get involved and just want to help. When we got here, we had I don't know, Chris, what, 5,000 tickets sold, something like that?
Just over that.
Just so here, over 5,000 sold when we came here, and we had been doing it for 11 months. And things were looking a little bleak, and we came here, and after we left, of course, ticket sales were going very, very well, and just by you mentioning things daily, it continued on. But then about a week and a half after, I deal with an organization called the National Transplant Assistance Fund, and they got a phone call from an accounting office out here in California.
Right, in Beverly Hills.
In Beverly Hills, that they represent an anonymous donor who basically told us not to worry, that they committed to donating the rest of the money. Whatever we fell short, they were going to make sure that I got on the list. And it's because of you. And because the person wants to remain anonymous, I appreciate that, and I'm not going to, try to contact them or anything. But I do want to say, which camera should I look into here? I do want to say thank you.
Right.
Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. My family thanks you. I thank you, and all of my friends thank you for making this possible. And I hope that one day after I do get this transplant, I'll be able to write you a letter and send you some pictures and let you know what's going on.
Yeah. So when we come back, we'll draw the winning ticket.
Still ahead, it's win-win for Chuck Campbell and a lucky viewer.
And we just drew the winning ticket for the home in Florida and the Mercedes. And you won.
Oh, great. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser Extra.
Before we draw the winner, do you want to talk about the prizes a little bit, Chris?
Sure. The prize is incredible. The purpose is life-saving. I've been pitching this for a long time.
Yeah.
The prize is a townhouse on the golf course in Sarasota, Florida, and the outright ownership of a brand new Mercedes-Benz SL 550 convertible.
Very nice. Vicki, is there something else you want to mention? Well, it's something very near and dear to my heart, is organ donation.
Oh, yeah, you brought a gift for everybody.
Yes, everybody has the Donate Life bracelet.
You're all wearing them, right, everybody?
Yes! Look at the audience.
You know, it's vital that one of the things that no matter how hard people like Chris work, and we're just we're one set of people that there are 19,000 people on a lung waiting transplant list,
right.
106,000 people in the country on various types of organ waiting lists. And it doesn't matter how hard all those people work or how much people donate or how much publicity people like you give us. If there's no organ donors out there, it's all for naught. It doesn't matter. So, you know, it's vital that you let your family know that how you feel, and if you can, one person can help improve the life of 50 people.
Yeah,
50
one
people
person donating
can be affected from one donor. So I mean, it's, you know, and there's 9 people or 19 people a day that die on the transplant list because there's not enough donors. So it's vital that we promote the donorship, and it's just an important thing.
No, I'm glad. Well said. Well said. Thank you for bringing that up. Are you going to draw the winning ticket with me? This is so exciting. Somebody's going to win a home and a car.
Absolutely. Let's do this.
Okay. We got enough leeway there. All right, Chuck. Should we spin it? Do you want to spin it a couple times, Craig? Go ahead. You do the... Now, everybody in our crew has tickets. Everybody bought tickets. This is unbelievable. Chris, look at all this work and all this time. It is very heavy. Okay, ready? Oh my gosh. Here we go. This is going to change somebody's life. Oh, I get this. What does it say?
Tammy Ayers, Clearwater, Florida.
Oh my gosh, she's already in Florida. Can I call her, Chuck?
Absolutely.
Let's
Please
try
do.
calling her. Hey, you guys. Let's try calling her, okay? How fun to tell somebody they want a house and a car. This is like the best part.
I don't know.
How
Not too
far is, well, you guys, she's not going to complain about the drive to her new house.
I wouldn't think so.
898. How nice. What a day. You know, Don and I wrote a movie 10 years ago about organ donation and transplant called Return to Me. David Duchovny started
That's
it.
right.
My brother was in it. We meet you here. You're both on the same show by coincidence.
Right, I know.
Life is amazing, isn't it? Oh, come on, Tammy, answer. I want to tell her so badly. I mean, maybe you should tell her.
No,
I
you
should
tell her. You're
steal
the
all
pro. You
thunder.
tell her.
No, please don't.
Try wrestling the phone from my hand.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We're not home right now.
Should I leave a message? I should? Hi, Tammy. It's Bonnie Hunt from the Bonnie Hunt Show. Are you home?
Pick up.
Pick up. All right, well, I'm sitting here with Chuck Campbell and Chris Hagel from newlungsforchuck.com, and we just drew the winning ticket for the home in Florida and the Mercedes, and you won. Okay, bye. All right. Wow, someone just won a house and a car. Is that what's going on over there?
Awesome.
Chris, is everything okay?
Wonderful.
Oh.
Wonderful.
Do you know her?
No.
Oh.
No, we've already talked about what we were going to do if we drew somebody's name, but we knew.
I thought the same thing. I thought, what if it's somebody here on the show?
Right.
But, well, I was hoping, you know, for somebody I knew to get, not somebody I know, but I was hoping to win it myself, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of people out there that have been open to that.
I'm sure. All right, I just want to say to your children that, you know, the best is yet to come.
Right.
And I was so impressed by their kindness and their strength. And they love you so much, Chuck. And you have so many, many reasons to get through this and fight through it and have a wonderful life.
I do. Thank you very much.
I want to say congratulations to Tammy from Clearwater, Florida on winning the raffle. And thanks to Chuck, Vicki, and Chris and Robin. What an example of what friendship is all about.
And can I just say one last? I would like to. The lady that I work for is battling cancer right now, and she has made it her mission to make sure that I get this by basically allowing Chris the last year to do this as his job. And I just want to thank Sandy and the whole Plank organization that I work for. Just from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it definitely, and I owe you one.
Thanks for being here, you guys.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Want tickets for the show? Just log on to our website, BonnieHunt.com, and we'll get you 2 on the aisle. Hot dog and a root beer on the house.
Nice and tight. Thanks for watching today, folks. And normally we leave you with a feel-good moment that's videotape, but we don't think we can top the feel-good moment here. So may you all enjoy the domino effect of the kindness of these people. Have a great day.